first half?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's fair about saying the first half. The second quarter just wasn't to standard. And, yeah, that's been a couple of weeks in a row where we've started okay and just didn't maximise our opportunities at the start. I think we had 8 shots on goal in the first quarter, ended up with 2 goals. And we just felt like, well, I felt like that just affected our spirit. We looked like we were working so hard to get our opportunities. And their execution in the first quarter, they had less chances but made more of each one. So felt like we should have been in a better position in a quarter time, and whether that's affected our spirit. But, yeah, our second quarter, we just lost our way. To the boys' credit, our response in the second half was better. But, they were too good on the day. Like, their good players played well, their execution, their polish was something that, we need to get better at, and they're the type of team that we're chasing. So all credit to them. They played a bloody good brand of footy today. But, yeah, really disappointing.
Do you expect more out of your midfield in that second quarter, just in terms of work rate and pushing forward and back?
Oh, yeah, a little bit. Like when you're looking at territory, you're looking at clearance and inside 50s, and the hardest thing with us, our execution was off. We've won first possession by +10, but we go down in clearance by -12. Like that's, like it's not that they're not working hard, and the method to get our hands on the footy was okay, but their pressure around that, but then us not maximising our clearance going into the game. We knew that or how good they are around clearance, and it's all around maximising the ones that you win and minimising the ones you lose, and we couldn't do both. We couldn't do either, sorry, in that quarter especially. The boys were trying hard, winning the ball, and then we were just shoveling it straight to them, which then fueled their offence, and like I said, their execution then affected our spirit. We didn't think, I think at half-time, the scoreboard was so lopsided, but expected score was 20 points, but you could sense that it had ripped the heart out of our team. So like I said, the response was okay in the second half, but yeah, it was the second quarter flattened us pretty bad.
Were you disappointed with the room that Sam Darcy was allowed ahead of the ball in the first half, or was it maybe just a symptom of repeat forward entries? How do you sort of see that battle?
Yeah, well, when you play a system defence, you need pressure on the ball. And there was a few times where our defenders made the wrong decision and rotated off and went to help someone else and left him out the back. And then other times we just didn't have enough pressure on the ball. So there was a few decision errors behind the ball that gave him way too many opportunities and easy opportunities. And then if you obviously give a guy like Sam, who's a talented kid and in great form, those opportunities, then it's going to be really hard to defend. So yeah, like I said, there was some issues with our defenders, but then there was other issues up the ground as well. We let them get through way too easy.
How hard is it, given Noah plays on and off in some respects, for that synergy to happen?
Yeah. Well, that's just part and parcel of every game, irrelevant if it's Sam Darcy or. We're going to play against good forwards every week, our defenders, and we expect to help each other. And if there's pressure on the ball, our defenders will look good. If there isn't, if you ask any defenders out there, if there's no pressure on the ball, or if we're missing tackles and allowing them to get to the corridor, all those sorts of things that destabilise your defence. So that happened a few times. It was a perfect storm. There was no pressure, and all they found the corridor, and good luck defending them. So, yeah, we'll look at that, and we've just got to get better at it.
You mentioned the second quarter. I think there was a club record for the Clangers, I think +17 differential. Is that?
Yeah, I felt that.
Is that part of the aspect, one of the major aspects of the sequel you'll have to sort of really drill into, I guess?
Yeah, no doubt. And and we went through that post-game. There's one thing around execution, and I'm never going to, if I don't fault their effort and its execution, we can train it. We've got some young boys that need to get better at it. But then there's some stuff around decision-making, or if they're going outside the method. So it felt like today, when it was an execution error, they punished us. When we made the wrong decision, they punished us. And then if we went outside our game plan and went for something that we shouldn't have with the ball, they punished us. So you're not going to win many games with giving up 89 points on turnover. We don't play that way.
You mentioned spirit and how hard it was, or felt like you lost some of it. How hard is it to get it back when you feel like it's gone, especially with the young group?
Well, like I said at the start, I think the response in the third quarter shows the character of the group. They played the right way in the third quarter, and even in kick 5 in the last quarter. Yeah, I'd be more worried if we turned our toes up and the scoreboard could have got really ugly, and it was ugly enough. But yeah, we've got to dig in and understand why we lost spirit so easily in that second quarter. And like I said, I think part of it was the fact that we didn't maximise our opportunities in the first quarter. The game could have looked so different. But yeah, I'd be more worried if we turned our toes up and didn't try in the last half for sure.
Pretty compared to the first half of the year. The last couple of results have been pretty worrying, I guess. Is the challenge now to just make sure that the bottom doesn't fall out, I guess, in the second half of the year?
Yeah, well, we're looking at it. We've got Adelaide next week. We'll look at the game. Just spoke to the players about it again. We'll review it honestly. We'll look at what we did well. We'll show them the reasons why we responded in the right way. We'll give them a clear path forward. And all we'll look to is Adelaide. And that's all we can do. We're not worried about how many games we've won previously, and we're not worried about how many games we could win to finish the year. We just want to play 4 quarters of footy. We didn't win a quarter today, which was really disappointing. We haven't had that all year. So we've just got to get better, and we'll get better on Monday by reviewing the game really honestly and training hard and getting ready for another really good team in Adelaide.
When's Sam Lawler back? Have you got any others coming through?
Well, Taj Houghton, exciting for our footy club today. He played half a game today, so he returned from injury today. He's obviously not available for AFL selection just yet, but it was great to see a smile on his face and getting through the game today. Sammy will be I think he'll be a test for this week. If it's not this week, it'll be the week after. So they're putting some quality sessions in, and he won't be too far away, which is nice.
Is Nick okay? Sort of copped a few. Nick Bostone copped a few big hits to the head. How's he going? Is he all right?
Yeah, well, his head's okay. His body, he cops those hits every week, and that's the type of player he is. And to be fair, he kept trying. He was trying different things. But yeah, he's in such good form. And I think part of the strategy was not allowing us to get a spare defender behind the ball, and it worked for him again today. So, but Nick toils away and he puts his body into places not many others do. That's why he's in good form and a really good leader of our footy club. So, yeah, he was fine.
I think Seth Campbell had his first set of bounces today as a midfielder. Is that something you look at more in the last couple of months of the season, just for a bit more speed or agility on the ball?
Well, we're looking at all of those things. We've got to make sure that by the end of the season we do get some exposure for some of our younger players, whether that's through centre bounce or not. Seth threw himself in there today to try something different. We'll look at that. We've spoken about it to him leading into the game. Today wasn't a plan. But yeah, we do want to try different things. Jack Ross got some more opportunity through there today. And as I said, Sammy Lawler might be back in the next week or two. He's been getting those opportunities. So we've just got to make sure we're not leaving it to too few. So, yeah, we'll look at those things moving forward.
You said there wasn't enough pressure up the ground at times, but how much of a unique matchup and opposition opponent is Sam Darcy and the threats that he poses?
Yeah, well, he's a star. And, yeah, it's obviously great to see him back out there. Watching him last week, he obviously kept me up at night a few times. But, yeah, and even trying to change. Well, we left Noah on him for the entire game. So Ben Miller did a great job on Norton. Like Aaron Norton's an A-grade forward. So the decision around that we'll just live by. Yeah, Noah's had a tough season. He's gone in and out, but to play against these players, he's got to get better at it, and he'll know that he didn't play to his standard today, but he's going to come up against very good forwards every week. So at times he'll play really well, and other times those forwards will get the better of him, and today they did, and he's a great player, and as I said, he's in great form. Thanks, guys.